everybody, it's me, Dani. So today I'm back again with a new video. The garage door is opening, bad timing. Wow. But anyways, today I'm back with a new video. It's been a while and I'm sorry about that. Life is crazy right now because it's final season. Whoa, yay. But anyways, you can probably already tell by the title of this video, but today I'm going to be doing an original tag. Ooh. But this tag, we're still doing the musical themed book tags because I love musicals. And this week is Heathers, which, if you don't know Heathers, it's like this movie that takes it, well, it's based on a movie, but Heathers the musical is about this girl named Veronica Sawyer who gets bullied a lot in high school. They're all in like their senior year of high school. And so she gets in with the cool kids, the group of Heathers, like the popular girls. Three girl named Heather, and they get into some weird stuff, and bad things happen, and people die, but it's fun. It's a really dark musical, but I love it. I love dark things. Anyways, but yeah. So we're gonna hop right into the tag, and I will leave the questions in the description box below if you want to do this tag for yourself. But anyways, the first question we have is for the song "Beautiful," and that question is a book that you thought would have potential, that you thought you would really enjoy, but it fell a little bit short. And for me, that book is Of Beast and Beauty by Stacey J. And I thought I was gonna like this because it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling about like a princess and a monster, and I thought I was gonna enjoy it because I just love retellings, and I just really love Beauty and the Beast. But it just didn't hit as hard as I wanted it to, and so that's why it's on the list here. I thought I was gonna enjoy it. I didn't. I mean, it's still a decent book, but it's not my taste. The second question is for the song Candy Store, and the question is a book that someone, whether it's like a friend or a family member or just somebody you know, pressured you into reading. And I've mentioned this before, but for me this book is Percy Jackson's Greek Gods by Rick Riordan, however you want to pronounce that. But yeah, this is just a different, like, a bind up of all the myths of like the 12 Olympians narrated by Percy Jackson. And my best friend has been wanting me to read this forever, and when I finally got it, she was like, okay, you need to read it now. And so I did, and I loved it. The next question is for the song Fight For Me. That is a character that you fell instantly in love with. And for me that would be Leo Valdez from the Heroes of Olympus series. I love Leo so much. I think he's honestly my favorite of the 7. I love him and everything about him, like his sass, and he is my baby. He's my precious little baby, and I love him, and yeah. The next question is for the song Freeze Your Brain, and that is a book that makes all of your sad feels go away. And for me, I have to do Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. And look at this. It's beautiful. This is the 20th edition Philosopher's Stone in the Ravenclaw hardcover. I had to order it online because none of the stores in my city had it stocked. And I was so upset about that. That's the garage door. But I was so upset about it. We had to order it online. I wanted to get it on June 1st, the day it came out, but I had to wait a week for me to get it because no bookstores had it stocked, and that made me sad. But I chose Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone because it's a book that it's just so happy. It's such a happy little book, and you can't help but like smile the entire time you're reading it because they're just like they're little babies. And you love them, and you're getting wrapped up in the story again, and it makes you happy until you get to like the 5th book, and that all goes to hell. The next question is for the song Big Fun, and that is a book that you ended up enjoying more than you thought you would. Like if you thought if you like if you read a book that you thought you didn't like, but you thought you wouldn't end up liking, but you ended up liking it a lot. And for me, that book is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Now, the reason why I thought I wouldn't like this is because it's a contemporary. I don't read contemporary. I've literally read 2 contemporaries in my entire life. And also the thought of it, this is a romance too. That's often why I don't read contemporaries, because a lot of the time they're just romance books, and I don't read romance books. I don't like them. Like, I'm okay with romance if it's in a book, but like when it's the focal point of the book, then I'm just like, ew, no. Like, I can't do Twilight. I will never read Twilight because of that reason, and like just because I just think it's stupid anyways. That's a personal opinion. Don't kill me. But yeah, but I thought I wouldn't like this, but I ended up really loving this. This is the one and only John Green book that I've read. John Green book that I've read, and I really enjoyed it, and I can see why a lot of people absolutely love John Green. Now, this might be the only John Green book that I read, because again, I just don't read contemporaries. I just don't find them all that interesting, especially because his focus a lot around romance, and I don't like that. That's not my thing. I like my fantasy. I like my fantasy books. Okay, anyways, the next question is for the song Dead Girl Walking, which is like my favorite song from Heathers. And this one is a character that makes a choice that that ends up having regrettable consequences for that character. For me, for this character, I chose Nico D'Angelo from the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. Now, this is because Nico goes down like a really bad path after, spoiler alert for book 3 in the Percy Jackson series. If you have not read that, once I put my hand down, you can come back. But yeah, Nico goes down a really bad path after Bianca dies, and that path is bent on revenge on Percy, and that Nico ends up doing some bad things with his life. And yeah, because he went from like little happy energy ball to what he is now in the series, which is like the mopey character that we know. But yeah, if I'm all done with the spoilers now, you can unmute the video or unpause or whatever. Next question is for the song "The Me Inside of Me," and the question is a person that is very different on the outside than what they are on the inside. So if they appear to be one thing, but they're actually not. And I feel like this is kind of cheating, but I made the tag. I can bend the rules a little bit. But for me, I chose August Flynn from the book The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. Now, August, he looks like to be like a normal teenage kid, just like normal angsty problems. But the thing is, he's actually a monster. And so like he's still kind of the same person, but like he's hiding that he is a monster, and like he's a very shy and like kind of awkward kid like when he's around people, but like around his family he's like very like big, and like he's a musician, and he's very different when he's playing his music, playing his violin. So yeah. The next song, why do I keep saying that? The next question is for the song Blue, and that is a book that left you wanting more, whether the book was too short or it left you with a lot of unanswered questions. And for me, I went with this monster of a book, which is The School for Good and Evil, The Last Ever After by Soman Chainani, I think. I don't know how to say the name. But, like, it wasn't because this book was too short, because look at this monster. It is huge, which I love. It is like a 600-700 page book, and I love it. but it just left me with too many unanswered questions. Like, I like having epilogues in books so that you get some more sense of resolve, because like in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, you get the epilogue, which happens in the future, which gives you some sense of, which gives you some resolutions for it. This one just ended, and you don't want it to end right there. You want to know more about like what they're doing in the future. And I'm pretty sure there is like another one, like there's going to be like another trilogy for School for Good and Evil coming out, but I'm not sure about that. I think there is though. But it doesn't continue with this story, I don't believe. I think it's a different trilogy, and I don't like that. I want resolutions on this one first. I want to see what happens to Sophie and Agatha and Tedros like 19 years in the future, like Harry Potter. Like, seriously, come on. Get on it. But, yeah. I have lots of books like that, especially like finales where like you just want to know more. You just want to keep going so that you know more about the characters that you love. Anyway, the next question is for the song Our Love Is God, and that one is an OTP that could easily rule the world if they wanted to. And I chose Percabeth, which is Percy Jackson and Annabeth Chase from the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series, and all the other books, basically all the other books that Rick Riordan has written. But for me, I chose Percabeth because, like, with their abilities, man, they could easily take over the world. Because, like, Annabeth is the daughter of Athena, which means she's got, like, that calculating mind, which means that she will come up with a good plan for them to take over the world. And Percy, he is, like, a mega fighter, and he will, like, make them fight their way to the top so they can get it and, like, keep their hold on the ruling the universe, and or just the world or the universe. They can rule the universe if they want. They have the abilities to. Yeah. But Percabeth could easily rule the world. Just saying. Watch out for Percabeth. Don't get on their bad side. They'll mess you up. The next question is for the song 17, and that is a character that just wants to live a normal life. And this one was really easy for me to answer, and I chose Percy Jackson because literally, like, the first sentence in the Lightning Thief is, "Look, I never wanted to be a demigod," or something to that accord, something of that sort. And like, you would think after the 6 year, because the series started when he was like 11 or 12, and he's 17 now in the series, and after like those 5 or 6 years of all these great prophecies revolving around him, he's just done. He wants to live a normal life, because especially in the new series, The Trials of Apollo, he just wants to live a normal life with his girlfriend, and just leave him be, Rick. Let him be happy. And the last question is for the song Meant to Be Yours, which is like my second favorite song, Heather's. And that is a character that you think should have ended up with another character instead of the character that they ended up with. So basically, if a canon ship is your no-TP, what is your OTP for that book? For me, I chose Moria from the Forest of Ruin, Age of Legends trilogy. I just got this one because it was easy, but I really think that Moria and I really ship Moria and Gavril in this, but Moria did not end up with Gavril, and I don't like that. I mean, it's cute, but it's not OTP cute, is the thing. But, yeah, that has been my original Heather's the Musical book tag. If any of you want to do this, then I tag you. The questions are in the description down below, and if you do it, like, let me know. Tell me on Tumblr. I'll leave my Tumblr in the link below if you want to go follow me on Tumblr. Shameless plugs. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up, and if you don't feel like doing this tag, then maybe just answer a couple of the questions down below, like what is a book you would choose for this question. And if you want to see more of me, then subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all later. Now go home and read a book. Bye!